Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Someone made a list of movies that are good, but are a bit of a tough watch, and therefore they think you only need to see these once. And we've got some of the highlights of this list that was made. And I thought, okay, this was just going to be one of the great movies, and but you only need to watch them once. But actually, this really, I think, is an accurate list as far as.
So you actually agree with the list?
Wow.
What the hell is going on with you today, BJ?
Yeah, because it is exactly what they're saying. Is like they're good movies, but man, because they're a tough watch, you only need to see them once. And I would have to agree with it, because as I look at the movies that I've seen on this list, I have only seen them once. And then the other movies, I know they're good. And Steve, you and I have talked about like when we know there are good movies, but we just go, do we really want to watch them? We know they're going to be serious.
Yeah, like The Joker is the one I always joke about, mainly just to troll our friend Caesar, because he keeps asking me to watch it, and I keep saying, oh yeah, I'll get around to it, totally going to do it. When I got my new TV, he's like, it's going to look good on that new TV, The Joker. I mean, now it's gotten to the point where I'll never see it, just so I troll my friend. But also because I just hear it's such a heavy watch, and I know everyone says it's amazing, but you just got to be in the right mindset for it. Otherwise, you're just going to be in a bummer mood. And I'm like, I don't really watch movies to be put in a bummer mood. I just want to watch Liam Neeson save people, kids, family, whoever it is.
Puppies.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever he's got to save.
Sometimes it involves both kids and puppies, like the marksman.
Yeah, there. See that? That's a real. He's got a certain set of skills.
Right. It's like, what if Liam Neeson also becomes John Wick?
Yeah, but John Wick didn't save his dog. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil the marksman either. But
sorry about that. Yeah. So here's the list, and yes, I would say that these are definitely good movies. And one time is enough. The number one on the list is A Clockwork Orange from back in 1971.
Never seen it.
Really? Yeah. And I can't blame you, because I feel like it was a huge movie at the time, and maybe even 20 years later, people might be going, sure, let's still watch it. But it is tough. It is. Malcolm McDowell, we've seen him in a lot of things, but he was a young dude in this, and it is, it initially received an X rating in the U.S. because of the really horrific aversion therapy scenes, which are very, very difficult to watch.
Yeah, I know a lot about it. I heard people reference it. A lot of people talk about it. I know that iconic cover for the VHS tape or the DVD.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I can picture all that stuff, but it's never been a movie that's made me want to sit down and watch it.
It's a really good movie, but I've watched it multiple times when I was younger, like in my 20s, because there's a lot of just like shock value added to it.
Yeah.
And it's really, really hard to watch when, as I get older, it's just one of those ones that I haven't come back and watched in at least a decade.
I'm surprised number one's not Babysitters 2, because I've had a tough time.
Oh, yeah, you can't go back. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Just one time? Yeah. Well, that could be another reason.
I don't think it's on the list, but I was wondering, remember Blair Witch Project? Like that movie, I thought it was amazing when I first saw it. And even though I knew that it wasn't what some people were thinking it might be, like, was it real, was it not? But it was so much fun to watch. And I try to sit down and watch it again because I'm like, man, that was such a good movie. I want to go watch it again. And I made it like through like half of the film. I'm like, it doesn't really have the same feeling now that I know exactly. It's like The Sixth Sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like those movies where you're like,
Well, because you know what's up now.
right. So it's just like this movie's not as much fun now that I know everything that's going on.
That's the beauty of a movie, that takes you on an adventure that's mysterious, but then you know what's going on, and
Right.
you're like, yeah, it doesn't. Now, maybe you want to go back right away and see if you can catch all the signs of it, sure. But then after that, what do you got? 2-3 watches in you, and you're like, yeah, at most.
Or you want to watch it with a friend because you want to see their reaction while you know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Get your own reaction video right in front of you.
Yeah.
Number 2 on the list, I've never seen this movie, and it's, with the description they give me, I don't think I ever do. It was back in 1972, a movie called Pink Flamingos.
Is that a John Waters film?
Yes.
Yes. I remember that movie, dude.
Yeah.
It's just one of those movies that cements that John Waters is a very eccentric, different kind of dude.
Yeah, there's eating of things.
Yes.
Yeah, there's
that you just don't need to
pig's
ever watch
face
again.
and dog's feces. I don't need that.
Well, that was fun. That part is the problem.
Oh, that was the fun part? Oh, okay.
It was the pig's face. No. I'm
You're
kidding.
right. Yeah. Of course, this
People are
one
obsessed with that movie, though, man. That's like a cult classic.
Oh, yeah, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even watched it because I just have heard, no way, I don't. I'm just like, I don't have a desire to sit down and experience what people have told me.
I've never even heard of this. Like, I
Really?
recognize the person on the cover, but
Is that Divine?
yeah,
Yeah.
especially because I think she's painted on one of the houses here in Seattle with Betty Page.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And she was the inspiration for Ursula.
Oh,
in
that's
The Little
right.
Mermaid.
Oh,
But
damn, you're right.
I had no idea.
But yeah, Ursula didn't need anything weird.
No, she didn't.
So far, I'm 0 for 2 on these movies.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I know,
Well,
right? I wonder if
remember-
I've seen any of these movies, Rev.
Probably. I can't imagine you have. Number 3 is iconic. There's the iconic line, "You got a purty mouth, boy."
Oh, dear.
Babysitters 2.
You gotta, this is a different version, Deliverance, where Ned Beatty, was made famous in that, and it was, yeah.
That's the only thing anybody ever remembers from that movie.
Yeah,
I'm 0 for 3.
I never saw Deliverance. Again, I was 12 when it came out, and by the time I was old enough where maybe I could want to see it or be old enough to see it or mature enough to see it, I was like, no, you know what? By that time, I'm into Star Wars. Thank you. I'll watch Luke.
I only know that Burt Reynolds is in it, and I know that because they mention it a lot on the show Archer. Like, that's the only reason I know what this is.
I honestly thought Deliverance was like, it wasn't as old of a movie as it is. I thought maybe it was made like in the 80s or like even the early 90s. I did not know it was in a 70s film.
Yeah.
Just shows how much I knew about that movie.
Right.
Well, speaking of the early 90s, number 4 on the list is one that I've seen, and it won an Academy Award, and it was an amazing picture, and I never want to see it again because of the subject matter, and, when you're really exploring a history of humanity where it shows humanity not really being cool to other humans, it is painful to watch, and that's...
Throw Mama from the Train.
Throw Mama from the Train. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's not the one.
Not quite.
Schindler's List, which is...
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's got your boy Liam, though. Liam Neeson's in it. I mean,
0 for 4 so far, though.
Yeah.
I think we had to watch it in like high school.
And he's being a hero.
Really?
I believe he's being... Because Schindler's List was... I believe it was like the people that he saved, right? I'm trying to remember. I think that's what it was about. It's been a long time
I know
since
it's
I've
a
seen
great
it.
movie, and it's one of those ones, again, I don't really want to watch something that's going to bum me out.
Am I right about that, Rev?
Yeah,
I think
you
he was
are.
a good guy.
He was
Yeah.
Oscar Schindler who had
Yeah.
the list to get people out. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, it was obvious. I mean, a great character, a great human being in the midst of a horrific time. But again, it's and just like this number 5 movie, American History X. It's a fantastic movie. But man, that curb stomping scene. Yeah,
It messes you up.
Yeah, and it's just like you don't want to think that humans are this way to other humans, but it's in our history, and it really is just it's tough to watch more than once. It's tough to watch once.
0 for 5.
0 for 5.
Really?
Yeah, haven't seen that one either. How about this one? Someone texted in Human Centipede. Does that make the list? No.
No, that's a classic. That's a rewatch.
You gotta watch that every day. That's right up there with 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Both cinematic masterpieces.
There's there's a pattern here. Okay, all of these movies pretty much have a pattern. It's
heavy.
Yeah, it's
They're all
heavy.
heavy.
It's showing humans in a very, very bad way.
Yeah.
Sometimes there are good humans in the midst of all that, but for the most part, it's like humans being the worst part of human history, really. Like Hotel Rwanda back in 2004. We get to, look at the horrors of genocide. And again, humans just being horrific to other humans. A well done movie, but
0 for 6.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry,
Come
buddy.
on, I gotta have seen one of these.
At
movies.
least one. Come on, Steve.
No, how about 127 Hours? That's the one with
Saw it.
Yeah,
In the theaters, too.
Yeah.
That one was a rough one, too.
That was an awesome movie, though, but I've never watched it again.
Nope.
No, I haven't either.
I saw people leaving the theater during the arm cutting scene.
Yeah.
Because it's about that guy, the true story, based on the guy that got caught somewhere hiking and got stuck in between some stuff and had to cut his own arm off to get free. And dude, you would think, how can you make a whole movie out of that? But James Franco, I think that was such a great performance by him. It was basically just him.
Yeah.
And losing his mind and just, it was a really fascinating watch. But yeah, totally with them. All right, finally, I'm 1 for 7. And I agree, that movie I will never watch again. But it was really good.
Now there's a recent one here, and it's The Revenant, the one with Leo DiCaprio, where there's a bear attack. Remember
1
that
for
movie?
8.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Isn't that where the bear has his way? Like, gets a little randy with him.
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't wanted to watch that. 12 Years a Slave back in 2013, which I also heard is a terrific movie, but I just can't bring myself to watch it because again, it is not. It's just not a portrayal of humanity at its best.
1 for 9.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. And then I don't know what City of God. That's number 10 on the list. I don't know. 2002 movie. I don't know what that's about.
I have no idea. Yeah. So clearly 1 for 10.
Yeah.
Someone said I just watched American History X for the first time last week, and I agree. It should be on this list. It was really good, but I'll probably never watch it again.
Yeah.
And that's the list of good movies that you probably should only watch one time.
Damn, someone said Rocky 3. I've watched Rocky 3 multiple times, but I guess...
Which one was Rocky 3?
That's with Mr. T. Clever Lang.
Yeah.
Pain. I pity.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
pity
where
the
it
fool that
came
has to
from.
watch that movie more than once.
Spoiler alert. What are you talking about, dude? Don't even joke. That's not funny.
Don't even
Oh,
joke.
don't even-
That's a line I can't let you cross.
Oh, you're
man.
cutting it to the core right there.
Man, you need to rethink your jokes when you're taking shots at Rocky 3.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll be more sensitive next time.
It's such a powerful piece when you think about like Rocky got caught up in the lavish lifestyle of being a celebrity and then didn't take Clever Lang very serious. And then next thing you know, got knocked on his ass and Mickey, spoiler, dead. Then I had to turn around and get back to it.
dead, Rock.
I'm dead, Rock. I craft thunder.
Yeah, you're right. It was a masterpiece. I don't know what I was thinking.
It was. I'm glad you agree.
Oh, should see it more than once. Yeah, you should. Hey, Ric Flair. How about Ric Flair was trending yesterday for doing something completely epic, even though he didn't do it. Yeah. I'll tell you all about this at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair was trending on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah, dude, I saw Ric Flair trending on Twitter, and my heart sunk at first. Because whenever there's an old guy, girl, guy, whatever, like that is trending on Twitter, you start thinking the worst. Or anyone, really. Whenever you see a celebrity's name, you're like, oh, boy, either they did something that's going to get them in trouble or they're no longer with us. And Rick has had his health issues, and he's 72 years old. So I'm like, oh, man. Like, he's starting to have fun again. He's out of the WWE. He's been doing stuff with his future son-in-law, who's a wrestler as well. Like, he did some stuff in Mexico. He was chopping a guy, and the crowd was going nuts. It was a lot of fun to watch. I'm like, well, at least he went on a high note. And then I find out that's not why he's trending, but he's trending for something way cooler.
Yeah, he was on Twitter yesterday, thanks to a picture that supposedly shows him performing a certain sexual act on a woman on a train.
Have you seen this picture, PJ?
I have not. No, I haven't.
When I finally found why he was trending on Twitter, I almost had to put my phone down and go, you know what, I'm good. I'm done with the internet for the day. This is one of the most, it just adds to him being the greatest of all time. Like, here's another reason why Ric Flair is the GOAT.
Yeah. I mean... look, I don't know much about Ric Flair, but I don't know. Why did people think that was him?
Because of the super bleached blonde hair. It's an older gentleman. He wears shirts kind of like that. I mean, they're just basically dress shirts, but he wears shirts like that. And I think people just wanted to be him because, you know, he's the guy that takes the ladies to Space Mountain. And sometimes Space Mountain's on a train.
Apparently.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that about Rick. Okay, so he's got a reputation for, you know, being good with the ladies.
Oh, dude.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, that's like his whole thing. Like, he's like the limousine riding, jet flying guy that takes ladies to Space Mountain. There's always a line of ladies waiting to have sex with him. Like,
wow.
He's always been very, like, not so humble about his bragging when it comes to sexual conquests.
Oh, all right then. Well, I guess that all those reasons in that picture, I guess, can make people, I can see how they got to think that, hey, that's Ric Flair doing some business with that lady.
And someone on social media said, in all fairness, maybe the train told him he needed to wear a mask and he didn't have that to cover his face, so he had to find the next best thing.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, that's it.
But man, I thought, I was like, is that really, could it be? And does he just not give an F? Now, he's since said that it's not him.
That's the thing. It's a very interesting thing that you feel like with the way he's been in his life, if it was him, you think he would say that was him. You know, unless he really personally doesn't want to be caught in the act and just only wants to tell stories about how great he is. It's hard to know.
And I'm no conspiracy theorist, and I'm not trying to put this out there to, like, you know, lay any suspicion of doubt. But what if it was him? And I'm not saying it is, but what if it was him and, well, it wasn't with his significant other?
Oh,
because he is married.
Oh, he is married. Well, yeah, you surely wouldn't want that picture out there if that's not her.
So if that's the case, you think, I mean, again, this is just me being a goof. I mean, but like, what if he's just like, well, I'm just going to deny it because it's totally not me. And he even said something like, he's like, I'm Ric Flair. You think I'm going to take a train? And it's like, well,
yeah,
that's his defense.
That was his defense.
He posted a picture of his head photoshopped onto a cartoon train engineer. And this is exactly what he said. This picture is as real as that other one floating around. The nature boy doesn't ride trains. And how does he do his woo-woo? How does he do that?
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, and he did two woos. He did woo! Woo! Yeah.
So you know it's him.
The man! Yeah. You gotta beat the man!
Yeah, so that's...
eat.
Yeah.
Excuse me? No, can't say that.
Yeah, so that's...
I love Ric Flair.
Yeah, so there you go. Well, I mean, I surely hope it wasn't him, especially if he is with a significant other, unless that was a significant other. But even then, maybe that would be married. Either way, it's embarrassing. And how about, but if you're on a train doing that, when people got cell phones and everything, you got to know someone's going to take a picture.
That guy, whoever it was that has the Ric Flair hair, did not care.
Yeah, did not care at all.
No. Man. Yeah. I feel like Ric Flair, if it was like, if a situation where he wasn't going to get in trouble, let's just say like, oh, he just like, oh crap, I don't want to get busted for doing that. I think like for his character and his persona, Ric Flair would own that. He'd be like, damn right I'm doing that. I'm Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a limousine, Space Mountain, or a train.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And then there's some people on social media just like that. I always was like, there's some wrestling fans like, what a gross thing to do. And everyone's like, you're not really helping the whole, like, you are, like, wrestling fans are just a bunch of little virgins, like, that are, like, whatever. Like, people are acting like it's gross that he would do something like that. And
you mean gross that he would do it in public or just the act itself?
The act itself. And I'm like,
really? That's what they're saying?
There are people shaming him for, I'm like, what kind of idiot are you that you're shaming somebody for having fun? Granted, public, I get that. But, like, why would you shame someone for wanting to do that?
Well, yeah, again, if it's just about the act itself, now I'm not talking about the public thing because I can see why people think that shouldn't be done in public, of course. But if you're just, because this is old school, Steve. I mean, I knew dudes that were like, you never do this. You know, you don't ever do that with a woman. It's, you know, and there are wrestling fans that have very unhappy mates. Is that what I'm hearing?
Apparently.
That never happens for their mates if they have a female, partner.
I guess.
What? Okay, well, alrighty. But
maybe that's why they don't have a female partner.
Yeah, maybe so. I honestly, I didn't realize that sentiment was still out there. So you're saying that people are posting that sentiment?
Well, some people. I'm not saying it's like an overwhelming majority, but there's enough
still
people.
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, in general, I just like even if there's one, I'm like, wow, there are people out there still think that way. Okay,
that was like my favorite thing on the internet in forever was clicking on the Ric Flair trending, thinking the worst, assuming the worst. And seeing the best. Yeah, you surely didn't have to go through the sadness that you thought you were going to go through.
There's worse things to be accused of in life. And, at least, Ric Flair had fun with it either way. Whether it was him or not him, the idea that he posted and goes, hey, woohoo! All right. There you go. Ric Flair, everybody. Dude, some of the tweets out there from people are just like, dear Lord, I just saw why Ric Flair is trending. Another person's like, Ric Flair getting off the train, and there's a picture of a meme of somebody wiping their mouth. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, that's yeah. But again, he's forever the champ. Whoever those two people. John Cena doing that. Well, it's because you can't see him. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. That's why you never see him do that. Yeah, you never see him do anything. Yeah. Well, I think we need a little sorbet. Okay. Yeah, we really do. Last night on the Tonight Show, Michael Keaton was on, and he talked about playing Batman again because the new Flash movie is going to be a thing soon. And, yeah, he is going to be playing Batman in the Flash movie. Why, how, whatever, I'm sure it's all timey-wimey, multiversy, and you'll figure it out if you care. But anyway, Michael's in there. So the Flash goes way into the future? Yes, he has. That's the Flash's thing. Yeah. He's able to time travel because he can run so fast. And Batman's in an old age home just hanging out with all the ladies. Again, he's Ric Flair in it, baby, as we bring it all back to that. But here's the cool news. Of course, he was Batman back in the first movie that really started superhero movies getting to be popular. And, Tim Burton's Batman back in the 80s. And he has a great story he told about Jack Nicholson, who, of course, played the Joker in that movie.
What does it feel like to be back in the suit and wear the suit again? Like riding a bike. Yeah. And here's the thing I learned. I was so stupid to think that, when I was first doing it, I got in really good shape, which you have to get into shape, because you just have to carry the thing around. It's easier to be really skinny and not work out because you have more room to work around. The first time I was doing it, the first one, I'm getting ready, I'm working on the bag and I'm doing all this stuff. And Jack Nicholson walks by, who's playing the Joker, and he looks at me and he goes, what are you doing? And I go, working out. And he goes, what for? And I stopped sweating, and I went, I don't know, and he just walked away. And I thought, he's right. He's completely right. Totally right, because you got a suit. What do I need to do? The suit makes me look good. The suit makes you look jacked. Yeah.
Yeah, the suit's got muscles on it. You don't need muscles. So true.
He's absolutely right. I mean, unless you need to work out because that's what you have to do to stay in that suit, to carry it around or whatever. But otherwise, if you're trying to look good, the suit does the job.
Yeah, that would be like I'd be at a dinner and everyone's like, do you want to get dessert? And then someone's like, well, aren't you working on being Batman? Yeah, but I'm in a freaking suit. Let's get the cheesecake. Let's go. Who cares?
Let's get the cheesecake.
Jack Nicholson was at the age. I think he must have been at least in his 50s, might have been close to 60 when he played the Joker. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like he had to be in his 50s. And, that's when you're just like, hey, you know what are you doing, kid? The old young Michael Keaton. What the hell are you doing over there? Go have a cheesecake.
Michael Keaton, 69 years old.
Nice.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
He's 69.
He looks great.
Wow. So he was in his, I guess, 30s when he played Batman. Mm-hmm. Wow. Damn, dude, you just made me feel really old.
Sorry. Could you imagine the internet if we had Twitter and Facebook and social media when they announced that Michael Keaton was going to be Batman?
Oh,
what kind of S story? I mean, we always laugh about it now. Like, it's just like nowadays, like, it seems like people will bitch about no matter what is being casted as what, Michael Keaton was just a goofy actor. And all of a sudden he's Batman.
Oh, they wouldn't have dug that. And I mean, I don't know how they would have.
Do you think the movie house would have reacted and said, you know what, you're probably right. Let's get someone more serious.
Let's get somebody else. And I wonder if they would have loved Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I mean, he seemed perfect when we saw the role. And honestly, Steve, I can't remember if I knew that Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson were those characters until I actually saw the movie, to be honest. It just, in those days, at least for me, I kind of was like, oh, all right, well, I can't wait for the Batman movie, but I didn't do a lot of reading about stuff. I just sort of went there and was like, oh, maybe I heard they were characters. But yeah, I don't remember having a strong reaction either way.
Could you imagine back then, like, you couldn't just get on your phone and quickly send something, not think twice about it and hit send. You actually had to, like, pull out a piece of paper and a pen and write it out and then get an envelope and a stamp and send it to somebody and be like, I don't like this guy as Batman.
Dude, I just looked it up. And people did. There was a huge backlash against Michael Keaton. Warner Brothers Studios received over 50,000 letters of protest over the casting choices. So yes, people were so mad they took to a letter writing campaign. And guess what? Yeah. It didn't work.
That's how they did stuff back then.
Yeah, I guess there was the letters to the editor. That was like Twitter.
Yeah.
And that was like Facebook back then. But you had to write a letter and wait like several months before you see it in the magazine that you were bitching about. Like, I remember like music magazines that have letters to the editor and be like, I can't believe you think Rat is one of the 50 worst metal bands of all time. You guys suck. And it's like, you actually spend time to like write that out, fold it, put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and bring it to a mailbox.
That's what they did back in those days. They did something.
At least now it's like instantaneous. Like you can be like, well, okay, you did it on the crapper. I cut you some slack. In a bad mood and you were on the crapper.
Wow, I didn't realize it was such a big campaign. 50,000 letters is impressive.
50,000. Looking at the article, it looks like the reason why Tim Burton got him is because A, he was a good Bruce Wayne, but also because of his eyes. They're so good in that Batman cowl that's really kind of what got him the role.
And now we could just get him to redo a new Beetlejuice.
Oh, dude, a new Beetlejuice would be awesome.
That's what I've been wanting.
I thought they were going to do one.
Well,
I don't know if that. First of all, I don't know if he can be the guy. Maybe he could be, but it might be tough to capture that magic, Danny. That might be something where you remember that from your childhood, and it may not be as good when they try to do the reboot for you.
Do like a son of Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
and he's there.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Beetlejuicy. I mean, is that what he's going to be?
Beetlejuice Jr.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, BJ Jr.
Well, I just saw the...
That's good.
I just saw the trailers for the new Chucky.
It's like a TV show.
It's a TV show, and it looks awesome.
Really?
Also, it's like a show that I just will never get to watch with my wife. She's not going to be down with this one.
Oh, okay. Who's got this show?
I want to say it's sci-fi, actually.
I think it's sci-fi. Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it's sci-fi.
Okay. Well, hey, good luck to him.
Hey, good luck. Not going to watch it.
Well, I was never a Chucky guy, even when Chucky was Chucky back, when he was popular. I'm not a horror guy so much, so, I'm not drawn to it. But
it looks like Sci-Fi in the USA Network, Tuesday, October 12th. Set your calendars, peeps.
Just before Halloween.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Boy, he looks like those All-American Girl dolls, at least when you look regular.
I think he was based off of the My Buddy doll.
I think so.
Yeah, he was, you're right.
My Buddy.
You still have one?
Yeah.
Me.
Really?
Yeah. It's in the attic somewhere at my mom's house.
Ooh.
Might not want to open up that attic, man. It might turn into Chucky.
Yeah, right? A little dangerous.
The legend returns, Chucky. And his mom's like, hey, I don't understand this. I'm missing a knife, and my son, he couldn't have taken it. It was Chucky. Yeah.
And Chucky gets all gnarly when he starts getting nasty on people. Okay, his face looks all messed up and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what's going on, but we're seeing a video right now of the kid taking him to to school to do like one of his like dissection part.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is the kid using him as an emotional support doll? Like, what's he bringing?
No,
his doll
maybe he's trying to
school?
dissect it because it's alive.
Right, he realized that there were no batteries in it, but it was working.
So he has to bring him because otherwise Chucky's going to have problems with him. And that's
I would just see. This show would have been so quick if I was the kid in this movie. Just tell him, I'd just take him like Goodwill and be like, here you go.
Yeah.
Pass it on.
Deuces.
That's the nicest thing. I would have just set it on fire.
Yeah. I'd be like, yeah,
No.
there's something wrong with you, doll. I'm out. Yeah. But then these would be short movies if I was involved.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it'd be a pretty cool series, though.
Yeah,
but
10
Steve,
episode series. I'm down with it, man.
Not cool enough for you to watch, but yes.
Well, I mean,
You're not gonna.
No.
But would you even if you could have the time and your wife said, "Hey, honey, go ahead and take the time to," you're not going to watch this.
It's a cute doll. I'm sure Tatum will love it.
Oh, sure.
That's a good call, yeah. It's a children's show.
Yeah, that's a very good call when Rev tells you how to parent your young child when it comes to watching scary movies.
Would you like to watch Remy and Boo or Chucky?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
Worked for me, and I'm totally normal.
Yeah, go ahead. Your kid will, I'm sure, end up fine. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Sound navigation ranging is better known as what?
Sonar.
Yes.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
I was not sure that was going to happen. I wasn't sure you were going to make that happen. I was like, if he's not getting it now, he may never. He got snur. You want a shot at Petey Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Miggs at 8:48 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.